as Torres draws the walk, and we apologize before being rudely interrupted by Wi-Fi issues, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to now bring you Bancroft versus Fort Dodge. One thing we missed now, we got 2 down, but already with a solo shot home run, Lance Russell has gotten the Bandits on the scoreboard, so it's 1-0. As we now have Sean Ross at the plate, the starting shortstop, number 5 in the order. And in his first at-bat as a Bandit, Torres is now on first base after drawing a walk. So Ross is at the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss. For strike one, now got an 0-1 count. Ross at the plate, Torres at first. Second pitch of the at-bat, slow curveball as Ross flicks this one back into the trees for a foul ball. 0-2 count now as the starting pitcher, Kevin Crowell, steps back on the mound. Still a 1-0 score for Bancroft following a solo home run for Lance Russell out of the 2-hole. So Ross back in the batter's box here with an 0-2 count, 2 down. Torres takes off and a swing and a miss as Crowell fools him with the off-speed. For strike 3. We'll head to the bottom of the first. The scoreboard still reading 1-0 for Bancroft. My name is Mitchell Kieran, the voice of the Bandits, as I'll be sure to try to send this link out to all of our faithful Bandits and Miners fans. When we return, we'll have Niall Ball for his second career start for Bancroft. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. Back here for the bottom of the first with Niall Ball on the mound, and at the plate we got Derek Key. First pitch in the dirt, and if all you Bandits fans want to be good Samaritans, why don't we send this link out to our fellow fans? There's only so much I could do, but I'm going to try to work ahead to try and post this link for all of our live stream listeners, as we now got it back up and running, and we're now the count 1-1 after Kay fouls one off down the third base side. Steps back in here. Ball to work from the windup. Third pitch of the at-bats, and this one gets away from him outside for ball 2. The pitch, and this one goes to the backstop as it sails past Tyler Boggs. It'll be ball 3, a 3-1 count to Derek Kay to start off the Gypsum Miners offensive day. This one's popped up, and ball works a full count here now to the first Fort Dodge batter of the afternoon. Still a 1-0 score, thanks to a Lance Russell home run in the top of the first. The full count. This one in the dirt, and Kay draws ball 4 to lead things off for Fort Dodge.
State College, center fielder number 6, Jose Guillen Jr.
That'll bring up Jose Guillen Jr. as K leads off a first. Now ball goes to the stretch. This one's in the dirt, and K will take second, and Boggs can't find it in the dirt. So already one runner in scoring position. And the Fort Dodge offense definitely starting to find a groove after scoring 17 runs on Storm Lake just the other day. Here we go now. 1-0 from the stretch. This one gets past Boggs once again. And ball is in trouble early. So the time run at the door for Fort Dodge and Jose Guillen Jr. is working well ahead in the count here. So now ball going to go back from the windup here. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled to the backstop. Ball to go back from the windup in the dirt. Boggs makes a nice block on this one, but that'll be ball 3, a 3-1 count now, with the tying run at third for Fort Dodge. Pitch, swing and a miss, and we'll go back to a full count once again. 3 balls to 2 strikes. For Guillen Jr. here, the second hitter in the Fort Dodge lineup. Ball winds and fires. This one in the dirt, pass ball. Boggs flips to the plate, not in time. And this is not the start Niall Ball had envisioned. Still no hits given up in his career, but already the first run. As we're tied up 1-1. Nobody out in the bottom of the first, and that'll bring up the designated hitter and number 3 hitter in the order, Jamie Young. So now Young at the plate. Ball to go back from the stretch. The pitch, this one swung on, hit in the air out towards right, and it's shallow, but Mason will come in to make the grab for out number 1 to retire Young. So Jose Guillen Jr. still on first. We still got a 1-1 score here with 1 down after Young flies out to right. Bring up the cleanup hitter, Americo Luis, as he watches the first pitch go by for a fastball, strike 1.
Now batting left fielder, number 21, Americo Luis.
Back-to-back walks and wild pitches will score Fort Dodge's first run to tie Lance Russell's solo home run in the top of the first. We got an 0-1 count now to the cleanup, Luis. Second pitch, this one swung on and fouled away. So now ball for the first time today works ahead in the count, 0-2. Scoreboard not doing a good job getting the count right. Third pitch, this one chopped straight back foul. So Luis still working in the count here, 0-2. Still an 0-2 count. Ball picks over and just flicks it to Galindo. Nobody there. Another pick over and almost in time for the second out. This one in the dirt as Luis lays off it. The off-speed, 1 ball to 2 strikes here. Still 1 out in the bottom of the first. Guillen Jr. still leading off first base. And the pitch, this one inside, almost catching him right in the hip. Missing for ball 2. We got a 2-2 count here. 1 out. 1-1 score. 5th pitch of the at-bat, and he gets him chasing low and away. Fastball, strike 3. There's the first of the day for Ball to record the second out and to bring up the third baseman, number 24, Eddie Noguera. So after the Bandits stutter in the first 2 at-bats defensively, Ball gets Young out with a fly out to right, and Luis out swinging on his first strikeout of the day. But the first pitch of the at-bat to Noguera misses inside for ball 1. This pitch just missing outside for ball 2. As we now got a 2-0 count to the number 5 hitter, Eddie Noguera. Peyton Krugler on deck. Guillen Jr. still at first, and a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Correction, strike 1. Now got a 2-1 count. This one swung on, fouled straight back. Now we got deuces on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Force at 2 bags here as ball comes set from the stretch. The 2-2 off speed. This one flicked towards third, and Tommy Reyes Cruz can't make the grab on the run. I believe this one. Not sure if he was able to get the glove on it or not, so I'm not sure what to rule that one yet. Just an E5 or a single. That'll bring up Peyton Krugler as this one's fouled straight back, strike 1. Ball working ahead in the count once again. 2 down, 2 runners on first and second. It's the number 6 hitter and right fielder Krugler up at the plate. Second pitch of the at-bat. This one chopped in the infield. Ball makes a backhanded stop, and the throw to Galindo in time. Nice defensive play for Ball to finally put away the Gypsum Miners. After 1 complete, we're all tied up at 1. You're listening to Bandits Baseball as we head to the top of the second. So it looks like we do have an official ruling on the Noguera plate appearance. Looks like Cruz might have dropped that one, so we got an E5. So Niall Balls has given up a run before he's given up a hit in the Pioneer League. Once again, I want to thank you all for the patience. There is no Wi-Fi at the field. Running this off a hotspot. Not sure the interruption, but for those of you who are patient, I thank you for your patience. And once again, thank you for tuning in right here to the Bancroft Bandits YouTube channel as the official home and away link to all of your Bancroft Bandits baseball games this summer. Left things off with the Bandits leaving one runner stranded, scoring one run on one hit, a Lance Russell home run in the top of the first. As due up here, Julian Galindo to lead things off with a single into right on the first pitch of the at-bat. So Julian Galindo will go safely into first, and that'll bring up the catcher, Tyler Boggs. As the Bandits are looking more aggressive at the plate now, taking more swings early on in the count.
Next up to bat at catcher number 2, Boggs.
To bring up Tyler Boggs, as he's had a great start to his summer, doubling in every game as well as a home run against Albert Lee on Saturday. A changeup the first pitch, it looks like, and he's going to get the tip of the bat at it. Flicks it to the backstop, strike one. Second pitch of the at-bat, going to ride the chalk inside for ball one. We got a 1-1 count here, nobody out. As Galindo leads off first, Crowell comes set from the stretch. And the 1-1, Galindo takes a stutter step. Boggs lays a beautiful bunt down in front of the plate. It will be one out, but Galindo will go safely into second, so a good team at bat for Tyler Boggs. A sac bunt to advance Galindo to second. That'll bring up Julian's big brother, the first baseman, number 35, Bobby Galindo.
Now stepping into the batter's box at first base, number 35, Galindo.
So one down here in the top of the second. Crowell comes set. Nobody holding Julian on. First swing from Galindo. Going to roll this one over towards second base. Julian advances to third, but Bobby grounds out. 4 out, number 2, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter and second baseman, number 30, Miguel Miko Soto.
Next up to bat, second baseman, number 30, Soto.
So with 2 down, we got the go-ahead run at third. First pitch, a nice breaking ball from Crowell in there for strike one. So Crowell going to work ahead in the count to Soto. This one grounded over towards third base, and Noguera makes the grab and the throw in time for out number 3. So going to the bottom of the second, the scoreboard still going to read 1-1. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. First pitch to Finney here in the bottom of the second. A fastball for strike one. So do it for Fort Dodge, 7, 8, 9. And now ball. Starting to get a rhythm going here as a swing and a miss from Finney. Has an 0-2 count for ball as now going back from the windup, and he's going to sit him down. Looking strike three. Strikeout number 2 for ball here. That'll bring up the 8-hitter. Shortstop number 5, Adam Thompson. So we got one down here in the bottom of 2. As 3 pitches, 3 strikes to start things off for Niall Ball.
And shortstop number 5, Adam Thompson.
And this one going to bounce off the mitt of Boggs and go to the backstop for ball 1. Just missing. Crisp fastball, second pitch of the at-bat in there for strike 1. Third pitch of the at-bat, swing and a miss, strike 2. Now got a 1-2 count with 1 down. To Thompson. The wind. This one just below the knees as I had a little too much break on that one. Ball 2 as Thompson works the count back to even. Ball winds and fires. Goes off the mid of Boggs to the backstop. Ball 3, another full count working here. The full count. Swing and a miss. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. For the second out here in the bottom of the second will now go to the first baseman, number 20, Sam Kimmerly. So now Ball is definitely getting in a groove here as he has struck out his 3rd batter of 8 faced. First pitch off speed, just going to die below the knees for ball 1. To the left-hander, number 20, Kimmerly. On deck, the top of the order with Derek Kay at second base. This one swung on and missed, strike 1. 1-1 count, 2 away here, nobody on. 2 down. From the wind, grounded back up the middle as Sean Ross scoops it up. And a breezy throw over to Galindo for out number 3. As we'll go to the 3rd inning, scoreboard still reading. Bancroft 1, Fort Dodge 1. We're all tied up from Patterson Field. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. Back to the top of the order here with Aaron Cowboy Mason to lead things off in the 3rd inning. The first pitch of the at-bat A breaking ball that gets away, low and away, ball one. Second pitch, still low and away, fastball, ball two as Mason works ahead in the count 2-0. To lead things off here in the top of the third. Crowell going from the windup once again, fastball, this one. Chopped foul on a ground ball towards the third base side. Still a 1-2 count. Mason still ahead. Ball three as it misses in the chalk on the fourth pitch of the at-bat. 3-1. Mason still got a hitter's count here with nobody on, nobody out. Fifth pitch on the way. This one in the dirt, and Aaron Mason draws another walk. And if you go back to Sunday's game at Fort Dodge, he got on base 4 total times, drawing 3 walks and getting a single. So he has done a very solid job in the leadoff spot for the second straight game at Bancroft. So in his second at-bat, he will find himself on at first to bring up 1-for-1 with a solo shot already, Lance Russell. First pitch fastball, Russell watches go by for strike one. And Mason takes off speed, in there for strike two, but Mason will swipe second base like a bandit on a stolen base. So an 0-2 here for Russell, as he's now seen a fastball and a breaking ball in this at-bat alone. Can expand the zone and now try to trade places with Mason. 0-2 count, nobody out. Roll from the stretch. This one grounded through the 5-6 hole. They're going to hold Mason at third as the left fielder, Americo Luis, coming in very hot on that ground ball. Very smart to hold Mason at third base. And on 2 strikes, Russell easily just sends this one through the hole for his second straight hit here. Now to bring up Tommy Reyes-Cruz.
Number 18, Reyes-Cruz.
Russell will take off for second base on a fastball outside. The throw to second base is cut off, so smart decision for Mason to stay at third. 1-0 count to Reyes-Cruz and 2 ducks on the pond with nobody out as Russell steals second. Second pitch swung on and missed for Reyes-Cruz. Now got a 1-1 count, nobody out. The wind blowing in from the right field side, so not going to be an ideal day for lefty hitters. At the plate, and off speed. Somehow gets the outside part of the zone for strike two. As Crowell quickly works ahead in the count 1-2. There's the 1-2 to Cruz, and this one's outside for ball 2. Vinny couldn't make the grab, and we're back to even here 2-2 with Adrian Torres on deck. Still nobody out. Roll from the stretch, and a late swing and a miss as Cruz comes up empty-handed for strike 3. That's out number 1 to bring up number 4, the center fielder and cleanup hitter, Adrian Torres.
Bandits.
First pitch to Torres as it's grounded towards first base. That'll score Mason, and somehow they're going to say he got the foot on first base. I think we're going to get Coach Kieran trying to get the view from the home plate umpire as home plate umpire going to talk this over with the first base side. We got 3 umpires. Torres just going to stay on the base just in case. Either way, it's going to be an RBI for Adrian Torres as he'll score Aaron Mason. Good job for him to lead things off with a walk, a stolen base, and then coming all the way around. And it's going to be an infield single for Adrian Torres. And, of course, head coach for the Miners, Connor McLeod, not too happy with that. You got to see from the left to right view, the home plate umpire has the right to overrule that. So I believe as of right now, it's going to be Adrian Torres with an RBI single, and we'll have runners at the corners. Still 1 out. And the Bandits will retake the lead 2-1. And hold on, McLeod. And the umpire getting into it. And hold on, head coach McLeod has just been tossed from the game by the home plate umpire. And this isn't going to end well. I don't think someone's getting a Christmas card this December. Obviously, Coach McLeod not too happy. And a great challenge by head coach Michael Kieran as he's going to overturn it at Adrian Torres with an RBI infield single. So now we're finally back to baseball with runners at the corners and 1 down. And Sean Ross at the plate, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Still 1 down, a 2-1 score here in the top of the third. Kroll going to come set from the stretch. Here's the first pitch. Off speed. Hung up in there for strike 1. Kroll from the stretch in the 0-1 and a swing and a miss from Ross. So now Kroll going to quickly work ahead in the count, 0-2. And the third pitch of the at-bat as Ross flicks this one straight back, foul ball. Now he's starting to fend it off at 2 strikes, no balls. Julian Galindo on deck, still runners at the corners. And he gets him chasing. Throw down to second. And they're going to call Torres out at second. On a double play, swing and a miss, strikeout for Sean Ross. And Torres caught stealing for out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the third. But Bancroft buys back 1 run and the lead. 2-1. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We're here in the bottom of the third as Bancroft leads Fort Dodge 2-1. Still no hits for the Gypsum Miners. Coach McLeod getting tossed. The highlight of the top of the third on an overrule called as the home plate umpire has a better view at a play at first base, especially on one that the pitcher covers on a left to right view. So Adrian Torres scores Aaron Mason from third on that one as the Bandits will leave one runner stranded. Russell left stranded at third. First pitch off speed from Ball. He picks up right where he left off in the second inning. First pitch strike to Derek Kay. Be sure to follow us at Bancroft Bandits on Twitter and like us on Facebook for every update Bancroft Bandits baseball. Third pitch of the at-bat in there for strike two as Ball works ahead in the leadoff Derek Kay. And once again, we'll try to keep you up to date as much as possible. Only so much I can do with no Wi-Fi here. So I once again want to thank you for your patience tuning into this delayed broadcast. And a foul ball from Kay as Galindo can't get to it. There's a giant tree hanging over the first base side dugout. So it was a dead ball. Galindo couldn't get to it. Tree interfering with that one. 1-2 count. Nobody out here to the leadoff K. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. He sits him down. Swing and a miss. Strike three. To lead things off here in the third. Number 4 on the game for Niall Ball. That'll bring up the number 2 hitter, number 6, the center fielder, Jose Guillen Jr. He walked in his first at-bat. We have one out here in the bottom of the third as the first pitch to Guillen gets away from him low and away on a breaking ball, ball 1. And this one going to ride in on Guillen. He'll wear it and head for another free 90, this time on a hit by pitch.
Next up to bat, designated hitter, number 26, Jamie Young.
That'll bring up Jamie Young, 0 for 1 with a flyout so far. Guillen Jr. still at first as the first pitch, a fastball gets away from Ball for ball 1. Hopefully he can quickly readjust here. 2-1 still the score here in the bottom of the third. One down. Slightly outside here for ball 2. Very buggy day here in Fort Dodge. Ball comes set from the stretch. Fires the 2-0. This one swung on into left field. This one's down, and Guillen's going to hold up at second for a one-out single for Jamie Young, and that's the first hit given up in the league by Niall Ball. Pretty impressive how he's gone over 11 innings without giving up one hit, but Jamie Young going to break that streak here as we now have 2 runners on first and second, 1 down for the cleanup hitter, Americo Luis. First pitch of the at-bat, this one driven to deep right center, and this one's down. It's going to be extra bases. As Guillen comes around third, Young 2, the throw to the plate, gets past Boggs on a bounce. The throw to third. He's not tagged out. It's going to be a 2 RBI triple for Americo Luis as he will score both Guillen Jr. and Young on the play, and Fort Dodge takes their first lead of the game, 3-2. So the Fort Dodge offense has erupted here in the bottom of the third, a 3-2 game. Ball going to go back from the windup. This one rides inside. Missing for ball one. Now ball going to have to work back from the windup here on the 1-0. Nice pitch right there to even up the count, 1-1. Here's the 1-1, and he watches it go by. Second straight time, strike two. While quickly working back ahead in the count, 1-2, one down. Following a 2 RBI triple from Americo Luis. As the Miners now lead the Bandits 3-2. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, broken bat. Chop foul towards the Fort Dodge dugout. Still got a 1-2 count here. And we need new wood. The 1-2 going the other way to Galindo. It'll be an RBI ground out, and Fort Dodge will add to their lead 4-2. RBI ground out for out number 2 as it's now 4-2 Fort Dodge. Three runs for the Miners here in the bottom of the third. Ball going to have to go back to the windup here. It'll be a first pitch ball to Peyton Krugler. Here with 2 down for Fort Dodge in the bottom of the third. Second pitch still outside, ball 2. I'm not sure this is the start Nile Ball had envisioned. Just a pair of hits and good base running for Fort Dodge. And they're defending their home field with pride here today. Bringing the fight to the Bandits early on. Swing and a miss for strike 1, and this one missing inside for ball 3. We got a 3-1 count with 2 down here. Ball fires, missing below the knees as Krugler draws a walk in 5 pitches. So the catcher Lyle Finney taking off the shin guards, and he'll finally come up to the plate here with 2 down.
Currently coming up to bat, catcher number 15, Lyle Finney.
Lyle Finney 0 for 1 with a strikeout already. As Krugler will lead off first. Still 2 down here in the bottom of the third. First pitch of the at-bat, swung on and missed, strike 1. The 0-1. And this one riding in, and Finney will wear it for the second hit batter here. With 2 outs, that'll now leave 2 runners on for the shortstop, Adam Thompson. As Krugler goes safely into second, Finney to first. As Jacob Van Vachter going to have to take a mound visit here. Things are not going the Bandits' way early on here. So far, the bottom of the third been all Fort Dodge as they have 3 runs scored on 2 hits. So So that'll bring up the shortstop, Adam Thompson. And this one gets past Boggs and to the backstop. For ball one, we've already seen one run score for Fort Dodge on a pass ball. Now Nile Ball going to have to go from the windup here. Fastball roped into right field. This one's down. Mason comes up throwing. Galindo cuts it off as the Miners pouring on the offense now, 5-2 with an RBI single from Adam Thompson. We're now at the bottom of the order with Sam Kimmerly, the first baseman. First pitch to Kimmerly on the outside part of the plate, strike one. Where you now see right-hander Augie Voigt out of William Penn warming up in the Bancroft Bandits bullpen. As we're going to need some assistance here defensively. Swing and a miss, strike two. Ball trying to get himself out of the third inning here. 5-2, Fort Dodge leads. Bandits offense going to have to come up big here. Climb from a 3-run deficit. The 0-2 just missing. Kimmerly, not a bad spot there, low and away on a breaking ball for ball one. 1-2 count, 2 down. Runners at first and third. Left-handed Kimmerly batting. 1-2 from the stretch, and this one gets past Boggs, and this will be the 6th run for Fort Dodge and the 5th one of the third. Thompson goes to second after the pass ball, and a 2-2 count here. And this one just missing low and away. Kimmerly buckles at the knees. They're going to say it was just inside for ball 3 and a full count here with 2 down to the first baseman, Sam Kimmerly. The 3-2 by him for strike 3. That'll finally do it here for the third inning as Fort Dodge erupts offensively. The Gypsum Miners now lead the Bandits 6-2 heading into the fourth. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We're going to need some much-needed offense for the Bandits here in the top of the fourth. Leading things off 1 for 1 with a single already, Julian Galindo. First pitch missing high and outside for ball 1. Second pitch of the at-bat from Crowell on the way. This one coming in there over the plate for strike 1. A 1-1 count here. Quick time on a pass ball from the Bancroft bullpen. Looks like we could be seeing right-hander Augie Voigt coming in here after a 5-run third for Fort Dodge, as we're now 6-2 in the top of the fourth. A 1-1 count to Galindo. This one skipping to the plate. Ball 2. Wind's starting to die down here, and we have heat hovering from the low 90s to upper 80s here from Fort Dodge. So we got some nice shade from this giant tree over the first base side dugout. Fourth pitch of the at-bat missing outside on a fastball. We now got a 3-1 count here. Hitters count to Julian Galindo to lead things off in the fourth. Looking for his second trip on base. The 3-1. Swung on and fouled straight back, and we're back to a full count here to Galindo. Here's the 3-2. Kroll from the line. Swung on and popped up towards shortstop. Thompson makes the grab in shallow left field for out number 1. That'll bring up the catcher number 2, Tyler Boggs.
Next up to bat, catcher number 2, Boggs.
First pitch of the at-bat, 1 down, missing inside the chalk for ball 1. Caven Kroll already throwing 3 1/3 innings here off the start. That pitch missing there, 2-0 now. Second straight Bandits hitter getting ahead in the count, but Kroll doing a good job on execution, getting Julian out. The 2-0. Boggs offers at it for strike 1. So now Kimberly going to work from the windup here, the 2-1. Boggs ropes this one foul to the third base side. This is the first time all season Bancroft has trailed, as it's only the 4th game. Still a solid amount of the game left for Bancroft to climb back. But Fort Dodge doing a great job offensively so far. Off speed, just missing above the letters for ball 3. We got a full count here with 1 down. To the catcher, Tyler Boggs. 6th pitch of the at-bats, and he offers at it. Boggs goes down swinging for strike 3. 2 batters, 2 outs here for the Bandits in the top of the 4th. To bring up the first baseman, number 35, Bobby Galindo.
Next up to bat, first baseman number 35, B. Galindo.
First pitch to Galindo, just missing low, ball 1. On a fastball from Kroll. Second pitch, taken for strike 1. Galindo, the 8 hitter in the order, a first baseman out of Southwest University. 0 for 1 thus far. Off speed, ripped down the first base line, and it's a fair ball But Sam Kimmerly comes up with an amazing grab down the line. And he'll step on first for out number 3 as we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Bancroft not providing any offensive support yet. 6-2. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. So coming into the game now, a right-hander out of Waukegan, Illinois, number 15, Augie Voigt. Just not Nile Ball's day, as a lot of things didn't go his way, and Fort Dodge got the timing down. And a pair of hits rattled him out of the game, as we'll now see Augie Voigt had a very solid spring for a very good team in the 2019 spring for the William Penn. Already one appearance for Voigt earlier this year at Albert Lee. Only gave up one hit, but then after that struck out the side. So we're back to baseball here from Patterson Field in Fort Dodge. As we'll go to the top of the order, Derek Kay. This one missing inside, almost another plunked batter here.
Second baseman, number 2, Derek Kay.
Second pitch of the at-bat, and Kay pops this one over the backstop. We're back to an even count here, 1-1. Swung on and missed on the third pitch of the at-bat for strike 2. As Voigt working ahead of Kay. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout thus far. And here's the 1-2. Off speed. I know he held off, but I'm not sure where that missed. The count's now 2-2. And a flick of the bat. Fouled back to the backstop here, still 2-2, and the first hitter of the bottom of the 4th here at the top of the order with Derek Kay. And this one riding the chalk inside for ball 3. Fort Dodge doing a great job. Seeing a lot of pitches in their at-bats. This one right down the pipe as Kay goes down looking. First strikeout for Augie Voigt here. So far, all of his outs have been strikeouts. So that'll bring up Jose Guillen Jr. He kind of started off the rally by wearing one. First pitch, he's going to ground this one to Ross. And so far, we have seen just stout defense from Sean Ross at shortstop as he makes that one look easy on the run for out number 2. One for 2 with a single last inning. The designated hitter Jamie Young now steps in.
26,
Young shows bunt, but pulls back. Strike one on the first pitch from Voigt as he's still working from the stretch here. The 0-1. This one skips in the dirt for ball one. A 1-1 count here, 2 away. Two away, here's the 1-1. This one fouled straight back as Voigt works ahead in the count 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to the right-hander Young. The pitch swung on and popped up. Ross and Cruz both race to it. And looks like Cruz makes the grab for out number 3 in foul territory. And we'll go to the top of the 5th after solid work from Augie Voigt on the mound, but they still got a lot of room to fight back. It's still Fort Dodge 6, Bancroft 2. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. So Caven Kroll still doing a solid job on the mound, only holding the Bandits offense to 2 runs through 4 complete. Due up for Bancroft, 9-1-2. We'll lead things off with a second baseman, number 30, Miguel Miko Soto.
some pretty good moves. Coming up for the concessions here. You're free, Soto.
0 for 1 with a ground out thus far. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1.
Now batting for the Bandits, number 30, second baseman, Soto.
As Miko Soto just completed his career at New Mexico Military Institute. Second pitch towards Noguera. And it looks like the first baseman, Kimmerly, had his foot on the plate just enough. Did come off, but it will be called for out number 1. Soto grounds out to third to start things off here in the 5th. I'll bring up Aaron Cowboy Mason. He drew a walk and scored back in the 3rd. Had a very dominating spring out of Doane University. It's at the top of the stats in almost every category offensively for the Tigers. Let's hope he can continue to provide here in the leadoff spot for Bancroft. On an 0-1 count, and Kroll fires to the plate. He holds back for ball 1 on a 1-1 count here with 1 down. A 1-1. This one grounded over towards short. And a hard 90 from Mason, but Thompson makes the play for out number 2. 2 straight groundouts for the Bandits here in the 5th. Now go to Lance Russell, 2 for 2 thus far. The home run, single, and stolen base. Lays off the first pitch, missing low and away, ball 1. As Crowell from the windup once again, swung on and missed. From Russell for strike 1. We're back to even. Here's the 1-1 now. In the dirt inside, ball 2. 2-1 count here. Russell had a good spring for Howard Community College, and he's a future New Mexico Lobo. Division I, so we wish him the best in the fall at his new home in New Mexico. A 1-2 count after a swung on and foul ball. Scroll from the windup, off speed, sits him down for strike 3 as Russell goes down looking. As Fort Dodge is still in command of this contest, heading into the bottom of the 5th. The Miners lead 6-2. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. To start things off in the bottom of the 5th will be the left fielder Americo Luis. As so far, he is the most valuable player for the Miners through the first half of the game with a 2 RBI triple that really turned the tide of the game in favor of Fort Dodge, but quickly working ahead, Foyt has a foul ball there. Scoreboard reads an 0-2 count. Foyt comes set from the stretch again. This one missing inside as Luis backs off, and scoreboard once again wrong. A 2-1 count it is. The 2-1 from the stretch, swung on, grounded towards Ross sharply. He'll boot this one for an error as Luis will go in safely at first. So far, it has just not been the Bandits' game. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night as we'll be back home at Memorial Park. 6:45 first pitch as Nico Mayoral will get the start against the Carroll Merchants. 1 ball to start off Eddie Noguera. Ropes this one into right field, and Mason comes up throwing to second. In time for out number 1. A single for Noguera. But Lewis will be thrown out at second. What a throw by Aaron Cowboy Mason. I'll record the first out, so Garrett will just trade places and hold the phone. Mason's got a cannon. That'll bring up the right fielder, Peyton Krugler. 0 for 1, but reached base with a walk and has 1 run scored for Fort Dodge. Voigt still doing work from the stretch. Nice changeup speed, but it rides outside for ball 2. So a 2-0 count here to Krugler, the 6th hitter in the order for Fort Dodge. On deck, we got Lyle Finney. Voigt comes set, fires the 2-0. Missing low and away once again for ball 3. Three straight balls to start off the third at-bat of the day for Krugler. This one in the dirt, and runners will advance to first and second. Ball 4 to Krugler. First pitch of the at-bat to Finney. Rides the chalk inside for ball 1. Bandits have just come out in this game flat. Not a whole lot of energy. The 1-0 count. Off-speed Boggs fires to first. Galindo has to get up for that one to make the grab. Two balls, no strikes to Finney with 2 runners on and only 1 out. Off speed, goes upstairs, comes down empty-handed. Gets Finney chasing for strike 1, a 2-1 count now. Krugler still safe at first on the throwdown from Boggs. Voigt comes set for the 2-1 and fires. This one just chipped the other way, foul for strike 2. We see Austin Atwood working the J-bands over there. Hopefully we can get to an opportunity where our closer, Austin Atwood, can pick up a save. We're going to need some offense first. Voigt comes set for the 2-2 after working back to even. Rifles this one in, missing high for ball 3. All game long, Fort Dodge easily going to full counts. Scoreboard still reads Miners 6, Bandits 2, as runners lead off first and second. Finney at the plate as Voigt comes set from the stretch. The 3-2 swung on and grounded foul down the third base side. Still got a full count here as Voigt fires and sits him down backwards K for out number 2. Second strikeout of the game for, actually made that the third strikeout. Still the second strikeout for Augie Voigt, as the first pitch to Adam Thompson. A fastball inside for strike one. Boyd looking to get out of the jam here in the bottom of the fifth. As this one's grounded towards Cruz. Comes up throwing and records the third out of the inning. The Miners leave two stranded. As we go to the sixth inning, scoreboard still reads Fort Dodge 6, Bancroft 2. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. Around the league, we still got 20 minutes to wait for the start of Ames at Storm Lake as well as Carroll at Albert Lee. As Caven Crowell back here at Patterson Field still going strong through 5 complete. And we're at the heart of the Bandits order with Tommy Reyes Cruz leading things off. On deck, Adrian Torres. In the hole, Sean Ross. So Cruz is 0 for 2 thus far. He digs down low and fouls one away on the first pitch of his third at-bat. Breaking ball going to go below the knees to Cruz here for ball one. He'll lay off that one. Fastball low and away for ball two as Cruz works ahead in the count here. 2 balls to a strike. Here in the top of the sixth. Cruz a good bat out of Clarendon Community College in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Digs low once again and fouls one the same direction for strike 2. And a 2-2 count here to lead things off in the sixth. We only have 4 Bandits hits and 2 runs thus far. Fifth pitch of the at-bat, and he'll rope this one into center field, down for a single to lead things off for the Bandits here in the top of the sixth, and we'll go into the cleanup hitter, number 4 center fielder, Adrian Torres.
Center fielder, number 4, Torres.
So Adrian Torres reaching base twice already by a walk and an RBI single. First pitch, he'll lay off this one on the upper outside part of the zone for strike 1. Adrian Torres, a former MLB draft pick just a year ago for the Boston Red Sox, tore it up for NMJC this past spring. The 0-1, off speed, and he'll lay off that one for 2 straight strikes. And I was going to have to expand and fend off the plate here. Crowell from the stretch. On the 0-2, fastball in. He'll fend this one off the other way on a foul ball. Still an 0-2 count here as Torres Still adjusting here in the league. Fresh off of a JUCO World Series appearance. Still O'Toole. As Kroll fires, he'll lay off this one in the dirt. Curveball missing low for ball one. Unfortunately, we won't see Brody Barker out of New Mexico Junior College due to a hernia. We obviously hope for the best for him in the future. Can come back stronger after the injury, but we will also see Daniel Hernandez, also Torres' teammate, coming into tomorrow. And Torres, good vision and discipline to lay off that one. Fastball low and away for ball two as he evens up the count, 2 balls to 2 strikes. Nobody out here as Cruz leads off first and Kroll comes set. The 2-2 swung on, roped into left center, and that one's down. Back-to-back singles here for Cruz and Torres as they're now on first and second. It looks like a broken bat single and a snap of the bat, and he's still able to reach the outfield on that one. Second hit of the day for Torres. And now it's redemption time for Sean Ross. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but he could come up big here. We know he possesses a lot of power with 2 runners on. Ross's third at-bat of the day. Fastball right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Ross still in there with an 0-1 count as Kroll comes set. Second pitch, off speed. Hung up high for ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1. Ross, a teammate of Cruz's at Clarendon Community College. Shortstop out of Puerto Rico, a future commit to NAIA powerhouse Faulkner. And he'll lay off a low inside fastball for strike 2. As Ross once again finds himself down in the count 1-2. Nobody out here for the Bandits. 2 runners on. The 1-2 off speed. Chops it foul towards the Fort Dodge side. He's still alive in the count here, 1-2. The 1-2 here as Kroll fires, and Ross will go down looking for his 3rd strikeout on the day. Strike 3, out number 1 for Fort Dodge here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Julian Galindo with 1 down here in Galindo, 1 for 2 with a single back in the 2nd. He'll watch the first pitch. Not a bad spot for Kroll, but it misses for ball 1. So the 1-0 count to Galindo, and swung on and popped up over the backstop. With 2 runners on, it's time for Bancroft to execute here with some timely hits. So Kroll comes set here with the 1-1. Off speed, missing outside the zone for ball 2. A 2-1 count here. Julian Galindo was a standout true freshman for New Mexico Military Institute. Teammate of Soto's earlier this spring. This one skips in the dirt, and runners will advance to 3rd and 2nd. 2 ducks are on the pond with 1 down for Julian Galindo as he works ahead in the count, 2 balls to 1 strike. Should he make that 3 balls to 1 strike? We got a 3-1 count here, a hitter's count to Galindo. And an RBI opportunity for the Bandits to climb back in this one and chip away at this 4-run lead. Here's the 3-1, missing outside for ball 4. That'll load up the bases for the catcher, Tyler Boggs.
Boggs.
Boggs coming out of a good program of Yavapai Community College in Fruita, Colorado. You could use one of those Boggs doubles here. First pitch, fastball, swung on and missed. Might have threw his head a little bit on that one. Gonna have to reset here with an 0-1 count. Kroll still working from the stretch on the 0-1. Curveball right over the heart of the plate for strike two as he quickly works ahead of the catcher Boggs. 0-2 count, one down, bases loaded. The 0-2 and a late swing and a miss. He gets him on that one. Strike three.
Another probably strikeout, brings up our strikeout sponsor. Dunson's and Dodgers, where you should go if you want to have your board strikeout.
7 strikeouts through almost 6 complete innings pitched here for Caven Crowell. With 2 down here, it's gut check time for the Bandits as Bobby Galindo steps up to the plate. 0 for 2 thus far. But he could come up big with 1 stroke of the bat as we're going to need run support here. The scoreboard still reads Fort Dodge 6-2. The first pitch, off speed, getting away from Crowell for ball 1 as Galindo lays off that one. Another product of America's High School as well as New Mexico Military Institute. Had a solid spring for Southwest, but he watches the second pitch down the pipe for strike 1. Count evens up here 1-1 with 2 down. Third pitch of the at-bat. Over the outside part of the plate, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes here to the first baseman, Galindo. The pitch, he won't chase this one at the ankles for ball 2. He lays off that one. Count evens back up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, deuces across the scoreboard. Kroll comes set from the stretch. Fires, swung on, hit in the air to right field. This one's carrying, and it's gone! Grand slam with 2 strikes for Bobby Galindo to tie things up here in the top of the 6th. Down to the last strike with 2 down, and Galindo comes up big. He clears the bases. Home run for Bobby Galindo, grand slam. With 1 swing of the bat, the Bandits erase the 4-run deficit and tie things up 6-6 in the top of the 6th. And the wind has been carrying in from right field all game long, and it dies for just enough time there to let this one escape. 330 down the line and right, so you know Galindo got all of that one. We'll start over here with 2 down with Miguel Mico Soto. 0 for 2 thus far. As the first pitch fouled back into the mitt for strike 1. This one in the dirt for ball 1. 3 players, the Galindo brothers and Adrian Torres, products of America's High School in El Paso, Texas. We also have 4 players out of El Paso, Texas, and Soto watches this one go over the plate for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bandits seemingly hit better with 2 outs. Off speed, he'll get him swinging on that one for strike 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, but we finally have some run support here for the right-hander Augie Voigt as he heads back out to the mound at the bottom of the 6th. And we're all tied up 6-6. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We're back here in the bottom of the 6th. And the scoreboard guy has just been off all day as it says the 7th inning. We're just going to ignore that here as we got an 0-2 count now to the leadoff first baseman Sam Kimmerly. And Augie Voigt still going strong here. In his 3rd straight inning pitched, he lowers the arm angle on this one and just misses for ball 1. So Kimmerly to lead things off here at the 6th. On deck, we got Derek Key at the top of the order. The pitch, missing in the dirt, ball 2. We're back to even. Voigt comes set, fires the 2-2, and Kimmerly fends this one off. Get 2 strike swing there, still a 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2. Not a bad spot, but Kimmerly sells it just enough low and away for ball 3, and we're back to a full count once again. As he'll step back in here. Voigt comes set with the 3-2. Right down the pipe for strike 3. As he goes down looking for out number 1 here in the 6th. And we'll now go back to the top of the order with Derek Kay. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, a walk, and a run scored thus far. The second baseman.
Bring us back to the top of the lineup. Second baseman, number 2, Derek Kay.
First pitch to Kay, swung on hard and missed. For strike 1 as Voigt works ahead in the count once again. Second pitch to Kay. This one looks like it's just below the knees for ball 1. Starting to see Atwood tossing some more balls here as we're getting closer to a save opportunity. This one roped into left field. After striking out Tice, Derek Kay comes up big with his first hit in this one, a single into left field. With 1 out and 1 runner on, that'll bring up the center fielder, Jose Guillen Jr. He's reached base twice already by a walk-in hit by pitch. So Kay leads off first. Voigt comes set. First pitch, a changeup that's just going to be flicked foul. Gets ahead of him on that one. An 0-1 count. This one pieced up nicely, but it's going to slice left of the third base line. Foul. We got an 0-2 count here to Jose Guillen Jr. with one down, one runner on.
6, Jose Guillen Jr.
And almost getting him to chase upstairs, but he holds off. For ball one. And this one goes off the tip of Boggs' mitt to the backstop. So Kay will take second on a pass ball. Here in the bottom of the sixth. So it should be a 2-2 count. Scoreboard guide still napping. Still a buggy day here at Patterson Field. The pitch swung on and missed, and Voigt sits him down swinging. Strike three. The third strikeout. Make that the fourth for Augie Voigt. So far, 2 outs here have been strikeouts. That'll bring up Jamie Young for his fourth at-bat of the day. He's 1 for 3. Boggs almost sells a pass ball there for ball one. We're going to have head coach Michael Kieran head out to the mound. I wonder if we're seeing a pitching change. It looks like we are, and we saw just a tremendous game in relief for Augie Voigt. You got to commend his work for almost 3 complete innings, 4 strikeouts, no runs given up. And we're now coming into the game, going to see number 23 out of Alcorn State, Austin Wild Thing Atwood. And not a bad decision to make, as Atwood's sitting in the low 90s range on his fastball, and he mixes it up very nicely. Struck out the side against Fort Dodge on Sunday. So now it looks like we're going to have Austin Atwood in a win opportunity for the right-hander out of Alcorn State. But still give it up for right-hander Augie Voigt to come in, trailing by 4, giving almost 3 complete innings of solid work. And now Kieran going to make the switch here. We're just going to take a quick step aside. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back with Austin Atwood here in the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. So Jamie Young will come back up to the plate here with a 1-0 count, 2 outs. Derek Kay on base at second. Atwood comes set. First pitch, a curveball that's going to get away in the other batter's box for ball 2. Two-0 count. Scoreboard guy still hasn't figured it out. Atwood fires with the 2-0. A low and outside fastball. Kay takes off for third. Boggs throws. And he is tagged out at third for out number 3. Tyler Boggs throws another runner out here. We'll head to the 7th. Tied up at 6. So Jamie Young going to come back up to the plate to lead things off in the bottom of the 7th, but we're here in the top of the 7th with a trio of hits and 4 runs scored to finally get things going for the Bandits in the top of the 6th, and it looks like we're going to see Jamie Young come out on the mound to do some pitching work for the Miners in relief for Kevin Coel. For the Bandits, we're going to lead things off at the top of the order, due up 1, 2, 3 with Aaron Mason, Lance Russell, and Tommy Reyes-Cruz. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. So we're back here for Aaron Mason's 4th at-bat of the day. He's reached base by a walk and 0 for 2, 1 run scored. Lays down a bunt first pitch. And a rifle from Jamie Young to get him out at first. So a good bunt, but a better throw from the pitcher for out number 1. That'll bring up Lance Russell. 2 for 3 on the game thus far. Scored the first run on a solo home run. The first pitch fastball just below the knees for ball 1. The Bandits now looking to retake the lead for the first time since the top of the 3rd. 2 straight fastballs from Young, missing for 2 straight balls. Young working from the windup and the pitch. Even lower in the dirt for ball 3. So Russell stands in on 3 straight balls to start off his 4th at-bat of the day. We're still tied up at 6. And a get-me-over fastball for strike 1, as Russell's still alive and ahead in the count, 3 balls to 1 strike with 1 down. The pitch, this one missing low and away, and Russell will draw a walk in 5 pitches and a free 90.
Next up to bat will be third baseman number 18, Reyes-Cruz.
We now have Tommy Reyes-Cruz. Started things off for the Bandits well last inning with a run scored and a single. First pitch below the knees on a fastball for ball 1. Russell on at first. One down. So Young now working from the stretch, and the pitch right down the middle for strike one. Evens up the count, 1-1 strike. Russell takes his lead at first. With a 1-1. Taking this one the second straight time for strike two. A 1-2 count to Reyes Cruz, 1 for 3 on the day. And Young fires with the 1-2. A late breaking curveball that's just out of the zone for ball two. And a 2-2 count here with one away. Russell leads off first. The pitch sits him down looking, strike three. And now got two away here for the center fielder, number 4, Adrian Torres. And it looks like Tommy Reyes Cruz has just been ejected from the game. Second person tossed by the umpire here today. Looks like we're going to need the new third baseman for Bancroft.
Next up to bat, center fielder number 4, Torres.
First pitch to Torres above the letters for ball one. A 1-0 from the stretch. This one outside for ball two. So Young comes set for the 2-0 here. 2 down, Russell on at first. Runner takes off. The throw not in time as Russell swipes second base. And that last pitch in there for strike one. So we got a 2-1 count. Torres still up in the count. 2 balls to 1 strike, and Russell advances into scoring position. And here's the 2-1 over the outside part of the plate for strike two, and we got deuces across the scoreboard here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Russell on that second as Torres watches 2 strikes. We now see Coco Kennedy in the bullpen. The 2-2, Torres fends it off. Spans the zone for that one. I think Coco Kennedy might just be warming up here for Bancroft. He will be the next player to come into the game for the Bandits. And we see Ryan Bird now going to the bullpen. The 2-2, and Torres goes down swinging as the Bandits leave 1 runner stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th, still tied up at 6. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. So moving over from first base to third base will be Bobby Galindo. Julian will come in from left field to cover first base. And we'll see Coco Kennedy head out to left field. So Tommy Reyes-Cruz chucked out after a called third strike. And we're here in the bottom of the seventh. Austin Atwood only throwing 2 pitches to Jamie Young. And he'll lead things off for Fort Dodge. In the middle of the Miners lineup, 3-4-5 due up as Jamie Young will retake his 4th at-bat of the day to lead things off for the Miners in the 7th.
Starting off the Gypsum Miners, number 26, Jamie Young.
First pitch to Young, missing for ball 1. Still got to find the zone here for Atwood. And he fools him with that one. Slider from Atwood, and Young bends backwards. And it cuts in the zone for strike 1. Got a 1-1 count here to the leadoff Young. Atwood goes from the windup, and this one hits the backstop for ball 2. Still got Carroll at Albert Lee tonight. Jesse Bloom to start things for the Lakers, as well as Ames is at Storm Lake. The 2-1 and swung on and missed as I believe. Yes, that is the correct count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Young as he swings and misses at another breaking ball. Atwood goes from the wind again, and he fools him with another slider. See you later, strike 3. That'll record the first out and first strikeout of the day for Austin Atwood.
Now batting from Western Oklahoma State College, number 21, Americo Luis.
We'll go to Americo Luis here with 1 down. Another slider, a flick of the wrist on a swing and a miss for strike 1, and Austin Atwood's slider is on here. An 0-1 count as he'll keep going from the wind here. Another one, and he gets him chasing in the dirt, swing and a miss for strike 2, and Atwood way ahead in the count here. The 0-2, another one, 3 straight sliders. See you later, strike 3. And Austin Atwood feeling himself here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. And we'll go to Eddie Noguera.
Next from Iowa Central Community College, number 24, Eduardo Noguera.
Eddie Noguera 1 for 3 thus far. Reaching base twice by a single and an error. Atwood going from the windup still. Another slider, and he'll lay off this one in the other batter's box for ball 1. This fastball's in there for strike 1. Low and outside part of the zone. We got a 1-1 count. Third pitch of the at-bat, slider over the plate, strike two. And a 1-2 count here for Austin Atwood. 2 outs, nobody on base. The pitch. Fastball driven to deep center field, but Torres has the range, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. And we'll go into the 8th inning. Still tied up at 6 in a very close ball game. Gut check time for the Bandits bats once again. You're listening to Bancroft Baseball. So Austin Atwood strikes out 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Still holds the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners scoreless, and we're still tied at 6th. Heading into the top of the 8th, 5, 6, 7 due up for the Bandits. Leading things off with number 12, shortstop Sean Ross. First pitch, and he goes downstairs, comes up empty. Strike one, swing and a miss. The 0-1 in the dirt. It'll skip to the backstop for ball 1. Sean Ross, the defending player of the game, after a 2-for-4 performance for Fort Dodge, and today's been a different story. But he could turn his fortunes around in this at-bat here. Fastball, low and away for ball 2. For the first time today, he's ahead in the count, 2 balls to 1 strike. Young fires from the windup, grounds this one foul towards third base. And we got a 2-2 count now. Young from the windup, the 2-2. And he holds off for ball 3 on a check swing. And he works a full count to start off the 8th inning. The 3-2 from Young. Fastball missing inside, and Sean Ross will reach base for the first time today by a walk. And this will bring up number 3, the first baseman, Julian Galindo. Kieran gives a sign from third base.
Next up to bat, number 3, Jay Galindo.
Wonder if we're going to try to advance the runner Ross here, as Young is going to go from the stretch. First pitch, missing high and away for ball 1. And a 1-0 count here to Julian Galindo. Reaching base twice, 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a walk. Here's the 1-0. This one down the heart of the plate for strike 1. So a 1-1 count now, back to even, nobody out. Ross leads off first. Third baseman's in. Galindo shows bunts and rifles this one to the backstop for strike 2. We see action in the Fort Dodge bullpen. Don't really have a roster on me. 1 ball to 2 strikes here to Julian Galindo. Here in the top of the 8th. Pick over to first. Not in time. Ross safe. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Jamie Young comes set on the mound. Stretch from the 1-2. This one chopped foul as he just gets the knob of the bat on it. Galindo still battling with a 1-2 count. Young with the pitch, breaking ball, just above the letters, dying down late for ball 2. It's a very close ball game between 2 talented ball clubs. Young comes set from the stretch. Fastball. This one going the other way, and it's going to cut foul. Well hit ball. Jumped off the bat, but slices foul down the left field line for Julian Galindo. Good contact for 2 strikes. Still a 2-2 count. Nobody out. Runner on first. The pitch. Fastball going the other way through the 5-6 hole. Julian Galindo with a 2-strike single there. Third time reaching base, second hit of the ball game. Impressive approach right there with 2 strikes to expand and to go oppo. And then we'll now see Tyler Boggs step in, 4th at-bat of the day for him. Looking to turn the fortunes with 2 Bandit base runners on base. Nobody out still. The pitch, and Boggs squares Bud Young. Looks back to second, nobody covering. The corners are in. The 2-2. Actually, no count there. Ross takes off for third. A breaking ball in the dirt. And both runners advance to third and second on that one. A 1-0 count here to Boggs. Apologize on the 2-2 call. I haven't really been on the same page with the scoreboard all game long. One ball, no strikes to Boggs. Infield's in. Fastball missing. Catcher knocks it down, though. And we have a 2-0 count. So Ross leads off third. Galindo off second. Infield's in. The 2-0. Swung on. This one gets past the shortstop. It's going to be an RBI single for Tyler Boggs, and the Bandits retake the lead. After trailing by 4, it's now 7-6 for Bancroft. Sean Ross scores the go-ahead run here. First time reaching base in a big way on an RBI single from Tyler Boggs. Second straight hit through that 5-6 hole. We're going to see a mound visit here for Jamie Young. Still nobody out as Galindo advances all the way to third base on that one.
Back now for the Bandits, B. Galindo.
First pitch to Galindo. He lays off that one for strike one. Galindo with the at-bat of the day on that grand slam to tie things up. Now the Bandits lead by one. And he could come up even bigger here. This one in the dirt, and Galindo will come home from third. A 1-1 count now to Bobby Galindo, as it's now 8-6. After the wild pitch will score Julian. Boggs goes safely into second. Still nobody out, and the Bandits looking to add here. Here's the 1-1. This one, a curveball. Boggs goes into third. Galindo just tried to get out of the way of that one. So now Boggs is at third, as on two wild pitches. He'll advance two bases here. So we got 2 balls, 1 strike, still nobody down, and another RBI opportunity for Bobby Galindo. Fastball, this one gets past the catcher, and Boggs will score. Third run of the inning for Bancroft. This one, a crack of the bat. It's down the line. And foul. Would have been the second home run of the day for big Bobby Galindo. But a long strike, too, and it's going to be a full count now. Still nobody out. Full count here now as Jamie Young goes back to the windup. The full count. This one missing low, and Galindo draws a walk. Ball 4. See another mound visit, and looks like we're going to see a pitching change. We'll get that pitcher on the way here. Bancroft now leads it 9-6 in the top of the 8th. Still nobody out. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. Fort Dodge will now bring in a right-handed pitcher, number 31 out of Lionheart University, Jason Ferreras. One of the best pitchers in last summer ball. However, it was for the Storm Lake Whitecaps, as now Ferreras comes over to be a Gypsum minor. Will now step in with Miguel Miko Soto, as Galindo will lead off first, and still nobody out here for the Bandits. A first pitch, letter height inside for ball one. Update from the top of the second in Albert Lee. The Merchants lead the Lakers 2-1. Here's the 1-0. This one hit in the air towards left, shallow left. Thompson will come in to make a pop fly grab to finally record the first out here. Out number one and a pass ball. Galindo takes off for second. He'll take it. And a heads-up base running play for Bobby Galindo as he advances into scoring position at second base. One down for the leadoff man, Aaron Cowboy Mason.
Picks up the bat, number 9, Mason.
So we got Aaron Cowboy Mason now. First pitch from Ferreras, missing in the other batter's box for ball one. Miners finally record the first out of the inning after Soto pops out to short. Galindo leads off second. A nice movement on that breaking ball from Ferreras. Swung on and missed by Mason. Strike one. We got a 1-1 count now to the right fielder. A 1-1. Another slider. Another swing and a miss. And Ferreras quickly works ahead in the count. 1 ball to 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Ferreras. Holds off on that one for ball 2. Mason just trying to defend the pitch. And Ferreras has a lot of movements on his balls. I would know. Faced him quite a few times last year as a member of the Albert Lee Lakers. And Mason fends this one off with 2 strikes. Back to the backstop. Makes it even harder when he has a lot of velo on that fastball. Also makes him kind of deadly when he's all over the place, as you don't know if he's going to be in the zone, but you're just trying to fend it off. Mason fends off another 2-strike foul ball over the first base side. Still got 1 out here as Bobby Galindo still at second. A 3-run inning for Bancroft here in the top of the 8th inning. Another pitch, and Mason goes down swinging. Sees a lot of pitches in that at-bat, but it's going to be strike 3 for out number 2 to bring up the designated hitter number 1, Lance Russell.
Strikeout there brings up our strikeout sponsor, Dungeons and Dodgers, where you should go if you want to strike out one.
So Lance Russell reaching base 3 times already. 2 for 3 with a home run, single, 2 stolen bases, and a walk, and he's going to wear this one off the elbow guard on a hit-by pitch. Another free 90 to Russell, and that will bring up Tommy Reyes-Cruz. Actually, correction, I forgot he got tossed, and that'll bring up now the left fielder, Dakota Coco Kennedy. We'll see a pinch runner here for the Bandits. Looks to be number 55, Andrew Dr. Dre Sean will lead off first. With 2 down here for Coco Kennedy. A slider high and inside. He'll just move out of the way for ball 1. Kennedy will step into the 3-hole here for Reyes Cruz. And he'll wear this one a hit batter, second straight, as runners will now advance and juice the bases for the center fielder, Adrian Torres, 2 for 3 on the day. A pair of hits, 1 RBI, 1 run scored. And he could come up big as the bases are once again juiced. And the Bandits now lead with a comfortable 3-run lead. Here's the first pitch. Torres will back off of a fastball for ball 1. He's looking for ribbies. 2 straight plunk batters load the bases. Second pitch of the at-bat to Torres, and this one goes to the backstop, and great hustle from the catcher, Lyle Finney. And this one ricochets off the backstop, takes a minor bounce. So no runners will advance on another wild pitch this inning. We now got a 2-0 count to Adrian Torres. Third pitch of the at-bat. This one rides the chalk inside for the third straight ball. Torres seeing a lot of pitches here. Trying to time up Ferreras. The 3-0 from the stretch. And this one, 4 straight balls to Torres, and that is now his third time reaching base today. And we'll now go to the man who led off this inning, Sean Ross. It's now 10-6 for Bancroft. So Finney and Noguera will have a player's mound visit here as the scoreboard now reads Bancroft 10, Fort Dodge 6. Only 2 Bandit hits this inning, and it's just been a combination of that, some walks, some hit batters, and some wild pitches. And Bancroft is back out in front of this game for the 3rd time today. So Sean Ross steps in. He led off this inning. First pitch, slider that's going to die just below the knees in the zone for ball 1. So Sean Ross, the 1-0. Slider from Ferreras finds its way into zone for strike 1. We've got a 1-1 count. Still 2 down here in the top half of inning number 8. The pitch and a late swing and a miss from Ross as Ferreras gets back ahead in the count here. 1 ball to 2 strikes. Fourth pitch of the at-bat. Ross backs off the plate. You got bases loaded. Just wear the pitch. You could bring home a run and get an RBI for it. The 2-2 with 2 away. The pitch. A slider. A flick of the bat, but it's going to go into Finney's mitt for strike 3. And we'll now go to the bottom of the 8th as the Bandits score 4 in the top of the 8th. They lead Fort Dodge by 4. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. Update from Albert Lee. Jesse Bloom records a 1-2-3 inning for the Lakers, but they still trail the Carroll Merchants 2-1. So an Iowa Central outfielder will come to the plate now with Peyton Krugler. For his fourth at-bat of the day. 2 pitches, 2 balls from Austin Atwood to start things off here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That fastball somehow missing there. 3 straight balls to start off the bottom half of the 8th with Peyton Krugler leading things off. Here's the pitch. This one swung on 3-0, and it's going to be foul to the left side of the third base line. We've now got a 3-1 count. So Austin Atwood, the reliever out of Alcorn State, looks to keep going strong here. His second straight inning. The 3-1 from the windup. This one popped up to the right side as Julian Galindo races towards it. And it just carries out of play for a long strike, too, and we're back to full. Three balls to 2 strikes as Atwood climbs back in the count here. He goes from the wind, fires, slider, and Krugler once again fends one off, just gets the tip of the bat on it, straight down. Full count here. Austin Atwood back from the windup. Another slider, and it just carries out of the zone. Krugler will draw a free 90 to start things off for the Gypsum Miners. At the bottom of the 8th with a walk. Nobody out, 1 runner on for the catcher, Lyle Finney. A quick pick over from Atwood. Nothing there. A ground ball could turn, too. Corners in, middle back here for Finney's 4th at-bat of the day. Fastball, this one fouled straight back. An 0-1 count as Finney swings on the first pitch. Nobody out. Ground ball could turn, too. Slider. This one rides at letter height and misses for ball 1. Back to an even count here. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 runner on first. Atwood now working from the stretch. Third pitch of the at-bat, a fastball. This one's popped up to the right side. It could carry out. It will. Another foul ball here, a long strike 2. Atwood still looking for the first out here in the 8th. Bandits still lead by 4. Pick over, almost there. But Krugler gets back in time. He's safe at first. Still a 1-2 count to Finney at the plate. Another pick over. Still nothing. Atwood comes set. Fires from the stretch. Fastball. Sits him down looking for strike 3.
Back now for Valley City State University, number 5, Adam
Adam Thompson out of Valley City State will now come up. He 1 for 3 thus far. 1 down. And the grunt heard round the stadium as Atwood rifles a fastball in for first pitch strike. Works ahead in the count. 3 of the 4 outs recorded are already strikeouts for Atwood. And this one swung on, hit well into left. It's down the line. Runner takes off to third. Kennedy throws to second. So Krugler will take 2 bags on a 1-out single from Adam Thompson. That's his second hit of the game. We'll now go to the 9-hitter, Sam Kimmerly, the first baseman. 0 for 3 thus far, but could come up big for the Miners. They're in need of run support. They trail 6-10 to Bancroft. Atwood comes set from the stretch. Runner leads off first. This one's popped up in the infield. Galindo will make the grab at first for out number 2. 1 pitch, second out of the inning. As Kimmerly pops out for out number 2. We'll go to the top of the order with Derek Kay. 1 for 3, reaching base twice by a walk and a single. Got caught stealing back in the 6th.
Taking us back to the top. The batting order, number 2, Derek Kay.
First pitch ball. We'll miss on the second baseman, number 2K, the leadoff man today for Fort Dodge. Atwood from the stretch and swung on. Flicked back to the backstop for strike 1. Hard leadoff from first to Thompson, no go. Atwood comes set. From the stretch, fastball, this one fouled straight back. Be a 1-2 count now to the right-handed K. With runners at the corners, 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 8. This one popped up towards right field. Aaron Mason on the run. And he can't make the grab as he goes sliding into the fence. Looks to be okay. Tough play for Aaron Cowboy Mason. Fastball just below the knees. That is a good pitch on execution with 2 strikes for Austin Atwood, but it's still going to miss here and even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on first and third. Atwood from the stretch, and I have no idea where the last 2 pitches missed. That slider, Boggs didn't even have to move for it. The 3-2 swung on and missed, and Atwood records his 4th strikeout in 2 innings as we'll go to the 9th and final inning. One last opportunity for Bancroft to add some insurance. One last opportunity after that for Fort Dodge to narrow the lead. We'll head to the 9th as Bancroft leads 10-6. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. Back here in the ninth, we'll lead things off with the sixth hitter, Julian Galindo. First pitch grounded down the first base side, but it's just going to drift foul. Be an 0-1 count here to start things off to Galindo. Out of New Mexico Military Institute on deck. Tyler Boggs in the hole, Bobby Galindo. Still no update from the Storm Lake Peak of Ames game. From the last I've seen, it still looks to be 2-1, Carroll out in front of Albert Lee. A 1-1 count now to Galindo, and another breaking ball from Ferreras going to miss outside the zone for ball 2. The 2-1, a fastball ripped towards the right side. And Ferreras doesn't come up with the ball. It'll be E1 as Galindo reaches base safely for a 4th time today. Nobody out.
Next, number 2, Boggs.
That'll bring up Tyler Boggs, who has been stout this game as well as all year defensively behind the dish. And he has come up offensively when the Bandits need him most as an RBI single on the go-ahead run. Back in the 8th. First pitch swung on and missed on a slider. Strike 1. Galindo leads off first. Another slider, this one above the letters for ball 1. A 1-1 count. Another slider. Cuts down in the zone. Another nice pitch from Ferreras. Going to be strike 2. The 1-2 count. Still nobody out here. 1-2 and a slider going to get him down swinging. Strike 3 for Tyler Boggs. That'll bring up Bobby Galindo.
Jason, strikeout there brings up our sponsor for strikeouts, Dungeons and Dodgers.
1 for 3 with a grand slam. All the way back in the 6th, Bobby Galindo. 2 runs scored as well as reaching base last inning with a walk. We now have 1 out. 1 Galindo on first, the other batting as a slider going to go outside the zone for ball 1. Bobby knowing the zone pretty well as he lays off that one. It looked to be just a few inches off the plate, called for ball 1. Second pitch, another off speed as this one's popped up over the backstop. Strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from the stretch. This one hit in the air and drifting foul to the left side. 1-2 count now to Galindo. Future broadcast will be back on the air tomorrow at 6:45, home against Carroll. And on Sunday, we'll be on the road, 4 p.m. first pitch at Storm Lake. We got Nico Mayoral on the mound tomorrow. Chris Crosby on the mound on Sunday. The throw, and he gets under the tag as Julian Galindo steals second. Stolen base for Galindo. Now got a 2-2 count here for Bobby Galindo at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Ferreras comes set. Stretch from the 2-2. Another slider drifting out of the zone, and we're back to a full count here. Timeout on the field, still one down, still a 10-6 lead for Bancroft. Ferreras comes set. The delivery, another slider, and in there for strike 3. A good pitch with 2 strikes. And Galindo will go down looking for out number 2. One thing about this league is there is a lot of talent on the mound. And this has so far been a scrappy ball game. But a 10-6 lead as Bancroft looks to cap off a come-from-behind victory and extend their winning streak to winning the first 4 games of the season. The 1-0. Another slider in there for strike 1 to Miguel Miko Soto. 0 for 4 thus far. Ferreras comes set from the 1-1. Galindo still leads off second. Another slider, strike 2. Ferreras comes set for the 1-2. A pitch. Soto will back off for ball 2. No action from the Bancroft bullpen, so it looks to be Austin Atwood going the distance to try and pick up the win for Bancroft. Deuces across the scoreboard. Ferreras step off. The rubber as Galindo dances around second. And here's the 2-2, a slider. And Soto flinches but holds off for a full count here on a ball 3. Ferreras going slider heavy today, but rightfully so. A lot of movement on that ball. Ferreras checks Galindo back at second. Still a full count to Miko Soto at the plate. Here's the pitch, a fastball. Soto will duck out of the way, and Galindo will round third. With 2 down, we still got runners at the corners for the leadoff man, Aaron Cowboy Mason, in his 6th at-bat of the day.
For the Bandits, Mason.
So Aaron Mason, 0 for 4, reaching base once by a walk, 1 run scored, 1 stolen base. Watches a fastball outside for ball 1. Runners at the corners, the Bandits could still use some insurance as a crisp breaking ball from Ferreras, just nabbing the zone outside for strike 1. There's a 1-1. Fastball and a big swing and a miss from Mason in there for strike 2. 1-2 count now to the right fielder. The pitch, and he gets him chasing. Swing and a miss for strike 3 as the Bandits leave 2 runners stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning here. Bancroft looking to hold on to a 4-run lead and a come-from-behind victory here in Fort Dodge as Austin Atwood comes out for the 3rd consecutive inning. 10-6 for the Bandits. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. So Austin Atwood in a win opportunity here, as he has a 4-run lead heading into the bottom of the ninth. 4 strikeouts in 2 complete innings pitched. And we'll lead things off at a good spot in the minors order. 2-3-4 as Jose Guillen Jr. to lead things off watches a fastball go by for strike 1. Trying to get the timing down here to lead things off the center fielder. Second pitch goes upstairs, comes down empty-handed, strike 2. Atwood rifles in 2 straight fastballs and works an 0-2 count ahead in the zone. He goes from the windup, third pitch of the at-bat. Fastball to sit him down. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Strikeout number 5 for Austin Atwood. Three pitches, 3 strikes, and Atwood records the first out and will now see Jamie Young, the designated hitter. Actually, correction, Young went back into pitch. So now we're going to have to see a pinch hitter, Nate Dolman, number 4 for Fort Dodge. And 2 pitches, we got a 1-1 count as that slider just misses inside for ball 1. Atwood still looking to go the distance. 5 of the 8 outs recorded were strikeouts. Fastball, this one popped up. Back up the middle. Soto will call it off and record the second out on a pop out for Nate Dolman for out number 2. The Gypsum Miners are down to their final out here with the cleanup hitter, left fielder number 21, Americo Luis. Reaching base twice, but 1 for 4. With a 2 RBI triple off of the starter, Niall Ball. Ducks out of the way of the first pitch slider for ball 1. Second pitch, fastball that's just going to ride the chalk in the other zone. As the Bandits kind of stuttered out of the gates of this game, we saw 2 strong pitching performances from Augie Voigt and Austin Atwood. A grand slam to tie things up from Bobby Galindo, scrapping out a 4-run lead. The Bandits look to cap off a come-from-behind victory. They trailed by 4, now they lead by 4. We got a 2-1 count at the plate, another slider up in the zone, ball 3. 3-1 count to Americo Luis. Three balls, 1 strike. Atwood still working from the windup. Fastball swung on and missed, and we're to a full count here. Fort Dodge down to the final pitch. Fastball just missing low and away. Not a bad spot with 2 strikes, but it's going to be a ball 4 walk to Americo Luis. First base runner here in the 9th for Fort Dodge, and we're now going to go to the number 5 hitter, number 24, Eddie Noguera. 1 for 4, reaching base twice by an error and a single. Atwood now going to work from the stretch. Noguera, a lot of pop in his bat out of Iowa Central, so he's going to stay here in Fort Dodge over the summer. Fresh count here with 2 down and 1 runner on. Atwood now works from the stretch. First pitch fastball, this one chopped towards second base. Soto will flick it to first, and that's all she wrote from Fort Dodge. Atwood picks up the victory for the Bancroft Bandits. Final score, 10-6. The Bandits now advance to 4-0 on the year. Fort Dodge falls to 1-3. There were a lot of highlights on both sides of the field today. But in the end, it's going to be Bancroft on the come-from-behind victory. I'm going to have to talk things over with head coach Michael Kieran on who deserves to be your player of the game today from Fort Dodge. Once again, I want to apologize for the technical difficulties back in the beginning, but I want to thank you for your patience, and to all 50 live listeners for both of your loyal Bandits and Fort Dodge fans. From Patterson Field, my name is Mitchell Kieran, the voice of the Bandits, as they advance to 4-0 to start off their 2019 summer season. Bancroft wins 10-6. Thank you for tuning in to Bandits Baseball. We'll be back on the air tomorrow at 6:45 against Carroll at Memorial Park. And on Sunday, we'll be on the road at Storm Lake at 4 p.m. So we'll see you then.